In this video, I'm going to go over how to use your calculator to find log and ln. Remember that log is log base 10 and ln is log base e. On your calculator, you'll find your log and ln keys. Here they are on a TI calculator, for instance. Log is here and ln is here. Remember, this is log base 10 and this is log base e. On a Casio, they're often here. Here's log and here's ln. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is two things. And if you haven't watched the previous video where we found powers of base 10 and powers of base e, you should do that first because you'll need those skills in this lesson. So here I'd like you to estimate the logarithm using your calculator and then check the exponent using exponential form. I'll do a couple so you can see what I mean. Here I'm being asked to find log of 12. So on my calculator I'll push the LOG button and then 12. And here's what my calculator gives back if I round. Now to show that this is right, and since my base was a 10, and that this is the exponent that should take a base of 10 to 12, I'll use my calculator with the second function or shift key, and I'll push the LOG key, and now I'll have powers of 10, and I'll put this exponent in, and when I evaluate this, I get very close to 12. The reason I don't get exactly 12 is that we rounded the exponent here. On the other hand, if I'm looking for the natural log of 12, I'll push the ln key and then put in 12. Here's what my calculator will give me. And now to check my work, I'll push second or shift ln. That will bring up the e to the x key. I'll put in my exponent and make sure that again I get something very close to 12. Here's one for you to try. The log of 7 is very close to this value, and when I use a base of 10 with this exponent, I do get a number very close to 7. Now try this one. Here my exponent will be 1.9459, and when I push second or shift ln, I'm now finding a power of v. I use the exponent I just found, and I'm very close to 7. Here's another. Please make sure the fraction is inside parentheses. When I take the log of 2/3, here's the exponent I get. And again, 10 with this exponent does bring me back very close to 2/3. 0.6 repeating is 2/3. Now try the same argument for the natural log. Using my calculator, I find the natural log of 2/3 is about negative 0.4055. And when I write back into exponential form, I get a number very close to 2/3, again, 0.6 repeating. How about ln1? Well, this is asking for an exponent on e that should give me a 1, and that's going to be a 0. But I make sure, using the calculator, if I push the ln key in 1, I do get 0, and e with an exponent of 0 is equal to 1. And here's the last one. Using the ln key, I get this as my exponent, and then when I rewrite back in exponential form, I do get very close to 1.55. Well, that concludes this lesson where I talked about using a calculator to find both the common log and the natural log.